I think it is insulated. Oh, wow, cool. What the fuck? Is it in Target? Oh, yeah, did you see? On the back. You know what I'm saying? But we try and keep it clean. As clean as one can. Yeah, soon. I know Canada soon, bro. I don't want to say too much, but there's a method. Right now, I think delivery is just our biggest issue. Delivery is just our biggest issue right now. I think now that we're on Amazon, there's a way where we can just rely on Amazon for the delivery and stock their fulfillment centers so that we can scale it a little bit easier. I think there's a way. But why is it still the issue? Okay, it's remarkably difficult to always have things in inventory everywhere all the time because things run out at different speeds and different paces. So like there's solutions for that. There's companies designed to help stock up the targets as soon as they run out. But that's one retailer, right? Imagine now if we're in 10 retailers, it gets infinitely more complicated. And imagine now if we're in 10 countries, it gets infinitely more complicated. You have to have a whole team designed just for delivery. And pretty much all the money we're spending now, we just buy inventory, make new product, buy inventory, make new product. So we're stocking up on inventory and making new product. So we just need people like concise. Without the people, it's you're setting yourself up, bro, for a real rough ride. People are disappointed, upset, things didn't get mudded. Toes. What the fuck? All right, real quick chat before we go on to that video. Let me see something real quick, bitch, because somebody just said the Raptors are drafting.
Come to him. He shot just under 70% at the rim and 90%
on
dunks, and that's why his teammates were so happy playing with him and now happy for him in this moment.
Shit, Cameron Bruiser went third.
Look at his mechanics. To me, that
wait, hold on.
Well, and that's in farewell. So hopefully this pairing actually works a lot better. I think the one couple dribbles and he's strong. Hopefully flat.
When you put him next to Cooper, only have a guy that's 6'10". Play there.
Oh, they haven't won yet.
Family. This is a dream that they've collectively been working toward. And
whatever,
now
I'll get Shams to give me the invite, the information and shit like that. Whatever, this is what it is. Yep. Let me know when the Raptors spark up. Let me know when the Raptors draft, please. Yo, Jovi, thank you so much for 36-month resub. welcome back. I'm asking who are they picking. Lakers select AJ with the 25th pick.
Inside job. A lot of people are saying it's fake.
This is real, bro. The keys are right here.
But after doing research into what device the thieves were using, I was intrigued. So I decided to track down the criminals myself using footage from his neighbor's camera, which captured the license plate of the getaway car, which gave me an address that had the same exact getaway car parked out front. And then after matching the identical backpack and shoes from the security footage, I was able to identify the thief. And that identity confirmed for sure Jason had no idea about any of this,
Bro.
and his reaction was 100% real.
They stole your car!
Because the thief was none other than me.
I'm about to say, yo, I'm like, this nigga need to start working for Batman, gang. He can find anybody. I'm like, shit. I didn't even know you could do that. Okay, this makes a lot more sense. Okay, so Mark stole the car. Got it.
And by the way, he still has no idea it was me. Well, I suppose now he does. Hi, Jason! And this means his car was just one of 500,000 cars that are stolen every year using the same method you might have seen in clips like this. To doors with these weird things.
Oh my God, he has that device.
So we reverse engineered the ultimate car theft device using just a couple $100 worth of parts slapped into a 20-year-old baby monitor. And along the way, we discovered a super simple trick that costs literally a penny that will not only protect you from our ultimate car theft device, but from every single one of these as well. Oh, and Jason, if you're watching this video right now, in a bit of a bad news first approach, after we pretend stole your car and left it parked on the street, these guys came by and for real stole your car.
Got fully space for all of us.
Which took us down a deep rabbit hole of why a car is stolen every 48 seconds in America.
Nigga, you got the car stolen? I mean, I'm not gonna blame you for another, but why would you not park it somewhere where it can't be stolen, bro? What?
Who's behind this and what they do with all these stolen cars? But more on that later. Now, my descent into a fleet real and nowhere near an isolated incident, because across the world, this technique is used to steal a car once every single minute. Now granted, some of those thefts are smoother than others, but this technique is so effective that even if you smash through one gate, then hit a tree, then hit another.
A genuinely straight retard who did this. An absolute fucking imbecile.
Another tree, then smash through another gate. You'll still be able to make a clean getaway. So we analyzed every single video we could find online to see if we could pick up some clues. And what we learned is it always involves two people, where one stays by the car and the other comes up to the front of the house with some kind of electronic device.
What are they doing? Are they like Wi-Fi extending the wireless entry or some shit like that?
Effective is it took an average of only 30 seconds to steal the car without a single car alarm ever being triggered. And this was a far cry from what a lot of people envision when it comes to stealing a car. Because in Hollywood, all you gotta do is use a thin piece of metal with a hook at the end called a Slim Jim.
Always wanted to do this.
Which you slide in here, then hook this part of the lock and push down, which rocks this teeter-totter thing, which pushes up on this rod. Fortunately for car thieves, in the 90s, automakers added metal shielding above the latch mechanisms to block the Slim Jim attacks, and then when simple ignition wires were replaced with a sophisticated ECU computer to control the engine, hot wiring became obsolete. But car thieves weren't about to—
Wait, you can't hotwire cars no more? You mean to tell me they've been lying to me on Fast and Furious this whole fucking time?
take an early retirement. So a few years later, if you just got yourself some locksmith tools off Amazon for $21, you could bypass the door lock security measures entirely by inflating a little airbag, giving you just enough room to slide in what is effectively a beefed up coat hanger to simply manually pop the lock from inside. That was like 20 seconds. Then once you're inside, in the case of Kias made between 2011 and 2022, you just remove 3 screws, pop off the steering column cover, snap off the ignition cylinder, then slide the reverse end of your charging cable right onto that little metal hub. It's a simple turn. You start the car. That's wild. And I should point out, the bad guys already know all this. So
You kind of showing us what to do to steal right now.
through obscurity is one of the weakest forms there is. So if you own a Kia made between 2011 and 2022, just make sure you have the latest free software update from the dealer, because that will stop the car from starting unless the doors were recently unlocked by the key fob. As you'd expect, there's sort of a constant arms race between car thieves and car makers. So for modern cars,
I'm coming for your Kia, agent. I don't have a Kia, gang. I got a Mopar, and those are pretty fucking easy to steal too.
after it's locked with the key fob, if you manually unlock or open the door from the inside, the alarm will go off and immobilize the car even if you did manage to make it in. And the other engine starting hacks no longer work either, which meant I need to rely on more modern techniques. AKA, I need to get my hands on one of those looping electronic devices. But since that's not exactly something you could just go pick up at your local Best Buy, I would need to venture into some pretty sketchy corners of the dark web. And out of everyone here at Crunch Labs, there's exactly only one person with extensive experience crawling around the internet's seedy digital underbelly. Did not disappoint, because
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, I always wonder what the dark web was about. Like, how do you get there, you know? Like, we all have the same internet. How do you access this shit, my nigga? So it's a browser. That feels pretty simple.
12 minutes later, we found a website ran by a dude named Dimitri who claimed for the low price of $12,000 worth of Bitcoin, we could have our very own car stealing device, which was apparently called a relay attack. But this raised a lot of thorny legal questions, which was a problem for Crunch Labs lawyer Bill. Bill, find a device that could mimic anybody's key for any car. Is that legal?
Can you tell me a little bit more about this device?
Not really.
You can't use it to steal a car, but technically you can own it.
That would be legal.
Why do you even?
Thanks, Bill. And with that great news in hand, I immediately connected with Dimitri on Telegram, and the following conversation actually occurred. Hello.
Yes. Just have to go over a few things, okay?
Okay.
How old were you?
Alert YouTube Streamlab triggered by undefined.
What?
They said undefined.
I'm 0. I don't understand what you're. I don't understand the question.
Okay.
Yo, I think this is, I mean, if this is not like some script, which it doesn't sound like it is, I think it's a fake Russian accent, man. Look, I don't know that many Russian people, but it feels like a fake accent.
I don't work for the government. 0.
What is your security research company name?
What?
Will your commanding officer going to say when this is a scam?
I don't have one. I'm just a dude.
At Eric World D3H said is here. At King Von K3P9Z said legend.
Yes, that's my final answer. I assumed that meant he thought I was the feds and we were back to square one. But then a few days later, I got this message from him with just a crypto wallet and the address I wanted it shipped to. So obviously, I immediately owed him $12,000 in crypto, and just this morning, this arrived. Well, at first I was excited to receive the mantle of Dark Web MKBHD, beautiful camo. I had no idea what was actually in this thing, and it could be much worse than a glitter bomb. This is kind of nerve-wracking. Okay. At least something works. But instead of glitter and fart spray,
That is kind of scary.
with all the promised equipment.
Anybody who accepts crypto as a scammer is not necessarily true, but
Ian and I gave it a chance to unlock a car door with a pair of keys that was just barely out of range. All right, so this is connecting that key fob to this car. And yes, at first, it gave us a bit of a scare. Bro.
Try changing your channel.
We saw that with a little finagling, it could open. appear to be a huge waste of 12 grand. Did you keep the receipt? Wait, until it wasn't.
All right.
But now we also have to turn the car on. This is taking way longer than the news clips.
Just keep trying.
Well, you guys are fucking amateurs.
Dimitri comes through! We would be the worst criminals ever. There'd be like 13 police cars by now. It had taken us 7 minutes to start the car when the key was only a few
Alert YouTube
feet
first
away.
chatter
Whereas real
triggered at
thieves
King
can pick a
Von
random suburban home and
K3P9Z
start the
Legend.
car in as little as 15 seconds.
Alert YouTube
So we
entrance
decided to run a
triggered at
field
King
test
Von
and see if we could use
K3P9Z
it to
Legend.
steal an actual bona fide
Alert
suburban
Lumia
car.
stream viewer achievement triggered at King Von
And of course, we
K3P9Z.
didn't expect to pull
They
this off
said
within 15
undefined.
seconds, but we figured if we
Lumia
were
stream
able
set
to
at King
start
Von
the car
K3P9Z unlocked the
without
first in
anyone calling
achievement.
the cops on us.
Alert YouTube like triggered by undefined. They said undefined. Undefined said 1 likes on the
How to
screen.
avoid this? I bet he's gonna tell us before the video
Alert
ends. Hopefully.
YouTube like triggered by undefined. They said undefined.
Why isn't it working?
Undefined said 1
I was
likes
pretty
on the
sure
stream.
Dimitri had scammed us.
At
To
Eric World
understand why I was
D3H
pretty
said
sure
is here.
Dimitri had scammed us, you first need to understand how a car key fob works to wirelessly and passively unlock and start a car. Because a parked car is constantly whispering out 4 times a second, "Is my key there? Is my key there?" And when the key gets close enough to hear that specific whisper,
Oh, that's so sad. You mean to tell me right now, while I'm live streaming with y'all niggas, my car is asking if the key fob is around? Because he just wants to be driven? And I've just left that little guy all alone for the last 6 hours while I've been here with you guys?
it yells back, "It's me, I'm here." And if it yells the correct secret password, the car will open up and turn on. And it might seem weird that the car whispers why the key yells, but a yelling key is exactly what you want. So if you're far away, you lock the doors. And a whispering car is perfect because you'd only want your car to passively unlock and turn on if the key was super close. So the way the old Russian jumpstart works is it's basically a microphone that listens for that quiet car whisper and then uses a bunch of complicated and expensive parts to transmit that whisper through the air to the other device, which is essentially a speaker with an antenna that uses even more then crank up the volume of that whisper and then blast it into the house. And so when the key fob inside the house hears that familiar car whisper, it's tricked into yelling the secret password to open and start the car even though the car is really far away. And given all that, I was pretty sure at this point either the microphone or the speaker part of Dimitri's device was essentially unusable.
Bro, another channel?
Yeah. And mere moments before we were ready to give up,
we got it.
Our fortunes changed. Hey, Bill, you know how own it, you just can't use. Maybe you're just testing it.
Alert YouTube like triggered by undefined. They said undefined.
This here, Bill, by the way.
Undefined said 1 likes on the stream. At King Von K3P9Z said stream lag 8N. At Eric World D3H said is here.
Get ice cream?
Yeah.
Bill, you want anything?
Yeah, what do you want, Bill? This one's on us. Someone else's
Or
car.
disconnecting steering wheel. Nigga, maybe if you had a fucking drift car, that makes sense. But you don't want your steering wheel disconnecting on your Toyota Highlander. That makes no sense.
Thanks, Bill. By the way, your car's in a red zone. Should probably move it. And while we technically were successful, it seemed pretty hit or miss and took about 10 times longer than everything we were seeing in the news clips. So like any good engineer would, we decided to make it way better, starting with the CT scan to see if we could determine what was inside without needing to open it. Just in case there was a tamper protection mechanism that would fry the motherboard if we took a peek. And through the scan, we were able to identify every component except for this one. And when we questioned Dimitri about it, he started to get really weird and threatened that if we
Why the fuck would you ask him about that? Why would he give you that information, bro?
Tampered with the device in any way, it would self-destruct. And since I've always had a personal life rule, to avoid working with unknown Russian-made explosives, I disposed of the package. But not all was lost.
You're about to be a fucking millionaire, Mark.
Components Dimitri used in the old Moscow motor hack.
What?
And we quickly realized we were grossly overcharged because all those expensive, complicated parts in both the microphone and the speaker could be replaced with a few key components from a circa 2004 video baby monitor. Because the same camera that watches your baby sleep feeds into a transmitter board that's attached to an antenna that wirelessly transmits the video signal through the air to an antenna on the monitor, which catches those signals and processes them on a receiver board, which ports the video onto the small screen. So if we simply open both those components up and then snip them here and here, we can replace all the expensive transmitter and receiver hardware in the complicated microphone and speaker, which in hindsight would not only have saved us $11,624 and kept me off another FBI watch list, but we'd be left with a much simpler device that actually worked way better.
What?
With the entire
This nigga charged you $10 for
process from initial approach to starting the car, taking about 10 seconds. Bro.
Awesome.
Which gave us an idea.
I mean, you know, to avoid this, you deadass could just keep your keys further away from the fucking front of the door, right? Because they would have to, at that point, they would have to go in your house.
Stay there. Yeah, we got it. Way too easy.
In a signal box.
Way too easy.
Ah, interesting. I didn't think about that.
But we didn't want to stop at just figuring out how people were stealing.
Zero survival instinct, like genuinely zero. Horace, thank you for the resub. Zero survival instinct. Somebody took a car from your driveway, left for mad long, came back, delivered the car back. You don't notice a thing. Jesus, bro.
Stealing cars. We want to know what happened to them once they were stolen. So we needed to get a car truly stolen off the streets. And for this experiment, I knew the perfect car to sacrifice.
No.
But for the video car that nobody would mind getting stolen. And of all the places, the perfect car appeared to me on a Twitch stream.
This one's for y'all.
Oh my God, I forgot Jason was part of this. Oh my God, they could have chose anybody, nigga.
Look at this bad boy right here. Next week, we are giving away a free, yes, free 2026 Sonata. Current, bro. Not used, y'all. This is the show car. Brand new one.
Despite his best efforts to sell everyone on this car,
This bad boy can take you from point A to B.
chat was a little...
Hey man, let's not talk shit about Hondas. They've gotten a lot better in the past 5 years. Facts. They gotten way better. They're economy cars, bro. They're not supposed to, you know what I'm saying, have Alcantara and red stitching leather and this, that, and soft touch this. And, you know, that's not what they're built for, bro.
A little underwhelmed.
Why are y'all stripping W's, bro? Bro, who wants a free car? Whoever says keep it is ineligible. Y'all are ungrateful. W's, bro. U.S. only, 18 plus, must have a driver's license.
Well, sounds like I'm eligible to win.
So I keep these keys or what? Leave them on that table.
And when I saw where he placed the keys, I knew I could guarantee myself a win. The question was, would I feel bad stealing his car?
I'm gonna be honest with you, that's y'all's whip. I drive Maybachs and Lamborghinis.
Yo, that's crazy. Yo. Nah, giving away a car that you couldn't be caught driving is fucking crazy, gang.
Hellcats. All right.
And the answer was no.
You just straight up dissed your own giveaway car, bro.
So the first step would be finding Jason the Ween's house. And as a pretty popular Twitch streamer, it would be very difficult to... Well, no, actually, he's right there on Google Maps. Okay, so we grabbed our device, and a couple days later got... But as we approached the Faze house, the reality started to set in. This would be the first time I'd be stealing...
Alert YouTube like triggered by undefined. They said undefined. Undefined said 1 likes on the stream.
We were able to virtually return to the scene of the crime.
Griff called me like twice and said check your phone, by the way.
Oh God.
Yeah, what happened?
What?
Do
Say
tell.
it!
Pray tell.
Say it!
Oh my God. Bro.
Just, he's stunned.
Bro. Bro. Bro.
Yes.
Yo, they stole your car, bro. They stole your car.
That was these guys.
I know this.
Somebody just said no. Oh, my car.
And now he got stolen.
It's gonna show it.
Yeah. Oh, I think this is
Oh,
hilarious.
thieves are very handsome.
However, the one thing I was wrong about
Jason.
was that I did actually feel pretty guilty.
I get excited to show y'all the car. The only good thing that happened this week was I was able to give away a car.
Mark, I feel so guilty right now.
Like, look at this, bro. I'm so happy, bro. I'm like dancing.
And I knew I had to make this right because it had tragically sucked.
I mean, the only way to make this right, Mark, is instead of giving away a Hyundai, to give away a fucking Lamborghini Gallardo, dude. One up the giveaway.
All the fun out of being a pretend car thief. But first, I had to get Jason's car actually stolen because it was time for phase 2 of our operation, which was to rig the car with 12 independent GPS location trackers hidden in a bunch of different car parts to reveal what these thieves are actually doing with these cars after stealing them, which meant it's time to get this car stolen. Again.
Imagine removing
Stolen
11
again.
GPS
We left
devices.
the car on this specific street because according to a
car is still
report
being
published by
tracked.
car insurance companies, this neighborhood had the highest auto theft rate in all of Los Angeles. And since no city in America has more car thefts than Los
Oh shit! Fuck me! Damn, Atlanta doesn't make the top 10. Seriously? Really?
Angeles, all we had to do was wait. And we didn't have to wait long. Because at exactly 2:15 a.m., this happened. And despite pulling the extremely impressive move of shutting the car door with another car, let's see that again. These were not seasoned pros. Because if you listen to the giggling, you'll realize what we soon realized, that this car had been stolen by some kids fresh out of high school. And as we would come to find out, teenagers are responsible for 75% of all stolen cars.
Now there's gonna be a claim on that car before it gets given away.
Often in gangs who are doing it to either joyride and post on social media, which seemed to be the choice of our teenage car thief, or to go on a temporary crime spree, like breaking into cars because if someone reports their license plate, it tracks back to a stolen car and not to them. And then organized crime is responsible for the remaining 25% of car thefts, where they'll either quickly get it out of the country, like on a shipping container to Asia, or over the border into Mexico, or they'll take it to a chop shop hiding in plain sight because it doubles as a legitimate auto body shop where it will be stripped for parts in as little as an hour after being stolen. But again, our car had not been stolen by a pro.
Look at this. It got fully space for all of us. You want me to pick you up, Marcelo?
Ours had been stolen by a teenager who wanted to flex.
Bro, we're gonna be chilling in the whip. That's on God we're not getting calm. Marcelo, where you at?
This nigga said that's... Yo, bro, there's a camera in your car and 12 fucking tracking devices, bro. You are such a fucking bozo. Somebody find Marcelo.
But unfortunately for him...
Marcelo! You trying to get picked up or not? No, I'm chilling.
He couldn't find...
Hey, that nigga's on the game, bro. He not trying to get caught up with you, man. Get the fuck out of here.
Find anyone who cared.
Well, you're weird.
Because whenever our thief was when
Find
they
set
did get
two,
in,
likes
it
on
was
the
so
stream.
awkward.
On the
so
stream.
awkward.
At Eric World D3H said is
Wait for the bus.
But also wanted no part of these vibes. So it's one last crack.
Nah, this is like where you have to admit that you're a fucking loser, bro. Like, you deadass stole a car and not even... And you're calling your friends weird because they don't want to sit there while you just fucking go left and right in a straight line. Oh, dude.
Getting his white whale Marcelo
Well, let me just pick you up fast.
to chill.
Please, do it for the game.
My mom's awake. As soon as I leave, she's gonna be calling my phone.
I'm never gonna talk to you again. Man, I'm outside by myself right now. You're telling me about your mom. Sneak out.
The problem was Marcelo didn't realize the thief knew what he was doing.
They don't got no cameras, fool. They don't have no cameras. Why you being weird? I know what I'm doing.
So our thief decided to cut his losses and head home, taking one last selfie while nearly pancaking a passing cat before parking the car at home. Upon which he seemed to finally notice there were indeed multiple cameras in the car, and knowing what he's doing, swiftly disabled them, despite us having 4 hours of HD footage of his face. Again, not a pro, especially considering that in addition to the cameras, we'd filled the car with 12.
Hold on now. This nigga brought the car home. Nah, he's different, dude. Nah, I deadass respect his friends for not falling for that peer pressure. You know what I'm saying? Like, who the fuck says... He basically said, fuck your mom. Like, yo, I can't leave my mom's here. He basically said, fuck your mom, nigga. Like, deadass. And, like, if you have a friend like that in your life, you gotta remove them, bro. Like, that's a cancer. There's nothing good that'll happen from having this type of friend in your life. They'll just drag you into their fucking mess, and then when it's everybody's problems, they're not gonna be there to help you, bro.
GPS track